Hi booktube, it's Gina. Happy Sunday. We are having gorgeous weather here. It is going to be getting hot, but right now it is probably 80 degrees and it's just beautiful. It's sunny, it's glorious. I love summer weather. Unfortunately, no one in Seattle has air conditioning, so it does get precariously hot. But right now it's still perfect. It's going to get into the upper 90s, possibly hit 100 this week, which will not be very comfortable. I, however, will be in Las Vegas in a beautiful, cool, air-conditioned resort. So I'll tell you more about that later. This video, though, sorry for the random weather talk. We always talk about the weather in Seattle. What else is there to talk about? Books and weather. But I recently did a video where I talked about my 10 favorite old lady characters in literature. And there was such a robust and fun comments section of that video. I'm gonna need to do part 2 because you guys reminded me of so many more characters, some books that I own, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one. Some that I have not yet read that I do own, like An Unnecessary Woman, which I do want to read. But this video is going to be the books that I bought based on your recommendations. I bought books. Surprise, surprise. I don't actually read anymore. I just buy books, apparently. That's all that I do. So you guys just made such good recommendations in that video in the comments that I thought I'm gonna buy some of those books. And so I did. I had some Amazon points. So these actually didn't cost me anything. I had some random Amazon points. So let's get started. I got this random stack, but these are all books that feature old ladies and that were recommended by you. The first is Vita Sackville West's All Passion Spent. I love this cover. Sadly, though, this book arrived in really terrible condition, so I'm going to exchange it. This one's going back because I paid full price for this, or full price via points, and it's just really bent up. So I won't be reading this anytime soon. But isn't that beautiful? This is the Penguin. No, not Penguin. A vintage classics, which I love. Next is The Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence. I don't really know much about this, but the back says, with her life nearly behind her, the witty, irascible, and fiercely proud Hagar Shipley escapes from her nursing home and sets out in search of a way to reconcile herself to her tumultuous past. Doesn't that sound wonderful? So I'm so glad for the recommendations for all of these. Now, this one I've actually heard about repeatedly. This is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osmond, which is a murder mystery set in a retirement home. So I'm looking forward to this. Heard really good things about it. Sounds like a fun, new, cozy-ish mystery series. Set in, retirement village. 4 unlikely friends meet weekly in the Jigsaw Room to discuss unsolved crimes. Together they call themselves the Thursday Murder Club. That sounds good. Okay, and then next I've got Walking Across Egypt by Clyde Edgerton. It says, the story of a spunky woman, a stray dog, a teenage delinquent, and the best home cooking in Leicester, North Carolina. Sounds wonderful. I might get to this one. Actually, these next ones on my list are probably the ones I'm going to get to, I say get to sooner rather than later, but my TBR continues to grow. So the next one is Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. Tokarczuk. And that is just, isn't that a wonderful title? I've seen this, a couple other people have mentioned this book recently, so I was excited when I saw it in my comments because it's been kind of one of those ones that's in the back of my head. It says, a marvelously weird and fable-like mystery, a philosophical fairy tale about life and death that's been trying to spill its secrets. This is actually also translated by Antonia Lloyd Jones. So this one I may read in August for Women in Translation. Also the next one, The Door by Meg De Jabo. This one's translated from Hungarian. And let's see, the translator is Len Ricks. So August is probably going to be a pretty full month because it's Book Trek 2022, where we read Star Trek fiction. It's also Garb August, where we read trash. And I'm co-hosting both of those events, which I'm super excited about. But I do actually want to try to also read. We're going to need to balance out the trash with some more, let's say, highbrow. Lowbrow versus highbrow. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about all of this in my head. But I would really like to read these for Women in Translation Month, which I think is in August. So those are going to stay out in my try to get to soon pile. Then this has also been on my radar for quite some time. Look at that cover. Is that not just a Gina book? Does that not just scream, Gina must read me? This is A Quiet Life in the Country, a Lady Hardcastle mystery by T.E. Kinsey. Lady Hardcastle is an eccentric widow with a secret past. Florence Armstrong, her maid and confidant, is an expert in martial arts. The year is 1908, and they've just moved from London to the country, hoping for a quiet life, which I'm guessing they're not going to get because murder and chaos ensue. So does that not sound wonderful? So I definitely want to get to this one also sooner rather than later. And then lastly, a big old chunkster, which I love. I have a feeling this is going to be right up my alley. This is A Woman of Substance by Barbara Taylor Bradford. This is the 40th anniversary edition. Can you believe it? I remember when these came out. I don't know if I read any Barbara Taylor Bradford back in the day that would have been when I was in high school. And I read a lot of Danielle Steele back then, but I don't remember I certainly didn't read this one. I don't know if I read any of her other books though. So I'm super excited about this. Looks big and chunky, family saga. 700, over 700, and let's see. 828 pages. So this is officially a chunkster. So I don't think I want to wait until March to read this, but this is definitely a mammoth. So I'll have to keep that in mind. So that is my stack. I am so excited about these books. Let's see if we can hold them up. I'm not going to pull them up one at a time, but it's a pretty fun pile if I do say so myself. And it's going to be really fun to get to. So that is my book haul featuring our old lady characters and lots of fun reading here. I will talk to you later. Bye.